You might not know, how to call it, the one who's going to write exams is the one who examines himself. You need examiners to examine you. I get it. So you cannot just write papers who have passed.
Pass yourself.
You pass yourself. You need someone to tell you. So sometimes when you enter into the relationship and you have issues, you need a counselor. You need a father figure to tell you, hey, no, you're not matured yet. Yes. Because of the way you handle the issues. Or the person can tell you, no, the way you went about it, now you're matured. So that maturity will be tested based on how you respond to issues. So a lot of people in marriage are not yet matured. A lot of people are not yet matured. Though some of them are in the marriage, but they're not yet matured.
So I was saying you need like a third person to really assess whether you are ready. Can't really do our own homework to find out.
Unless you read or you study, or maybe there's something you should use to examine yourself. I get it. Because when the issues come, the first question is, can I handle it? If the answer is yes, that means that you are getting prepared for it. You see, I get it. Most of the people also enter to this relationship and marriage thing, try to change the other person. It's not to change the person, you must change yourself. Work on yourself. What the other person work on himself, because the truth of the matter, you can't change anybody. If you recognize the shortcomings, you must work on yourself. Make some few adjustments and see how best it go. And then you begin to accept each other. And then you move on.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Daddy. Since you're talking about working on yourself, I want to ask, in what ways do unresolved wounds or identity struggles shape the way people express their love across different temperaments?
You know, if you enter into a relationship and it did not work out, then you're wounded or you are disappointed, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Normally they will tell you don't quickly jump into another relationship, because the possibility of you get wounded again is high. Because you might not be in your right frame of mind before entering the relationship. The second thing is that, again, I go back to examination. Find out what happened. Find out what happened. If you do not find out what happened, maybe it might be your fault. So you go in and repeat the same thing, and the relationship will break again. So when you sit down and you give yourself some time, do self-assessment, I get it, then you will know that you are ready to enter or not.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
Now, I did say something yesterday. I said, all men, their great-grandfather is one. Their grandfather is one. Their father is one. In the same way, all women, their great-grandmother is one. Their grandmother is one. And then their mother is one. It means that what that man did to you, if you do not assess yourself to know that either it's your fault or his fault, especially if it's your fault, what you did and then you get the response, you do to another man, you get the same response.
Okay.
I get it.
Yeah.
So you see people enter into marriage, onto a relationship, and they went one, they came out, two, they came out, three, they came out. And they end up blaming all the men. I get it. You should ask yourself a question, why did I enter into about 5 relationships and all is not working? It could be the type of men you're choosing, or your attitude towards the men. I get it. Whatever, or the kind of woman you're choosing and the attitude towards the woman. So when you now, look at all these things, you will now come to self-realization. Now that this is maybe how I went about things. I remember when I had, I got disappointed in about 2 or 3 relationships. The mother of mine said, George, don't use your heart, use your head. And that thing was a very good advice to me. Don't use your heart, use your head. Because when you jump in with your heart, your brain will not work well. But when you use your head will be able to assess. And know, when you now see that the assessment is okay, you can now not put in your heart. I get it. Yes. So it's very important to understand that you have to wait, you have to take your time for you to recover before you start the whole thing.
Okay. Thank you, Daddy. Daddy, earlier today we're having some arguments with some of our many church. Yes. And the argument was that does one have, if you are dating, what should be your goal? That's the question number one. And is it all dating? Must you have, is it all dating that you think that, okay, it should lead to marriage, or is just something that, okay, I just want to get to know this person and then probably move on to another person and then get married to the person?
That's it.
Must marriage and must dating have a goal of getting married?
If you have dating, why are you dating? If you don't know what dating, why are you dating? I get it.
Yes.
No, why would you be dating somebody when you are not ready for marriage? What's the essence of it?
Daddy, I hope these brothers are listening, because
I get it. No, if you want to date someone, why would, unless you see today the world has changed with many things. People are, that's why they are wasting a lot of people's time.
Yeah.
You know, like the lawyer said yesterday. It's time we have to shoot people for waste of people's time. Because what is the essence of dating? You are dating to examine or assess the person, if you will be the kind of wife you want or your husband to be, and then you now conclude the deal. So if you know you are not ready, why do you enter into dating? Why do you enter into relationship? If not, please enter to friendship, not dating.
Okay.
I get it. Enter to friendship, not dating. By the time you now conclude that you want dating, it is basically that what's the name? It is basically that you've concluded on one person, not lead to marriage. That is why we advise that please have acquaintances.
Okay.
Acquaintances are friends. Maybe a guy should have about 3 female friends, 4 female friends. You assessing them. A woman have 3, 4 guys, male friends, and assess them. So by the time that your spirit, you are praying about them, you are looking at a lot of things around them, I get it.
Yes.
You now come to a conclusion, no, this is what I want to go with. By the time you are coming to that conclusion, it means that you should be ready that you are going to end up with the person.
Yeah.
But not just somebody comes and proposes to you, you just enter the relationship with them, there's no friendship. Excuse to today, with today's situation, they start having sex.
Yeah.
And when you now enter the sex realms, you have destroyed all the data you have to pick to do the assessment. That's what, when the relationship get breaks, you get more hate than the one that you don't do any investment.
Okay. Wow. Now that we have zoomed into the temperament, we'll continue with that. When we were talking about the one love, different expressions, I think the focus was on how different people with different temperaments show love. How can this temperament help us to understand that and understand why people show love differently?
How can
temperament help us understand why people show love differently? Why can't we all show love the same way?
Yeah, we cannot show up the same way because we are different people with different expression. Okay, with different understanding. That is why 1 Corinthians chapter 13, the verse 4 says, love is patient. So have time. And I think yesterday I read the Passion Bible. I love that. That translation. Let me see if I'll find it. it talks about 1 Corinthians chapter 13,
13 verse 8.
the the verse 4.
Verse 4, okay.
Okay, let me see the Passion Bible. The Bible says that love is large and incredibly patient. Love is large and incredibly patient. It means that you need to be patient to assess the person. Okay, before you make a conclusion. Now, when we are talking about why don't you show love, different, way, your upbringing, okay, determines how you understand. Okay, I get it. For instance, if you are born a cucumber, okay, you grew up in the village as a cucumber, okay, it means that you're going to speak the cucumber language. There's no way they will give birth to you in the cucumber land and you'll be speaking away. Okay. I get it. Now, again, the way they express their love is how you understand your love. Okay. I get it. So I did mention to you some years ago that there are certain tribes, I won't mention the tribe, that the women understand love as being beaten. Yes, they understand the love as being beaten. So when you beat them, they feel you love them. Because after beating them, you will have to go and buy some cloth and come and what? Either use is it the word console or compensate them. So they feel that being beating them means that they are loved. There's a tribe I saw on the social media that when they agree, they greet you, they use cane on you.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's in the eastern part of somewhere Ethiopia. Is it Ethiopia is eastern part of Africa? Those areas. They use cane on you. They whip you with cane, and you see their women. The way they understand life is that you whip them. So you see the women's back are all marked, and the higher the mark they receive means that the much love they have for you. Yeah, that is yes. Oh, you can see. He's there. You understand? So for them, how much you beat them determine how much you love them. Wow. That's so just imagine I'm coming from that kind of tribe and family. and I want to show you love. What kind of love will I show you? Beatings. So and as a counselor, I remember I worked with Dopsu, and I saw that some women express their love in that manner. Wow. They want to beat you to show that they are men in authority, and for that reason, they love you. So, love with different expression. You have to understand very well how the person expresses love. So we cannot express love the same way. Okay. So that's why studying the person is very, very, very important. I get it. Because of the background where we come from.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let's move to my favorite people, phlegmatics.
That's your favorite.
Yeah, they are my favorite because of how they do their things. You mentioned that the flags, they show love by spending quality time and being loyal to you. So if this is how they show love, rather than giving gifts or money, how can someone learn the value of these quiet ways of showing love, especially for someone who would want gifts to be given to them as like their love language, but they are with a phlegmatic who is showing love by spending time with you? How can that person appreciate the love that is coming?
So if you are doing the parents, that's why it's likely that the phlegmatic man will be marrying the choleric woman. Okay. Because the choleric woman wants somebody who has patience with her.
Okay.
I get it. Yes. So whilst she gets the man be patient, she she believes or she thinks or she assumes that it's because the man loves her. That's why the man is patient and stick to her. I don't know what I'm saying, if you understand. Okay. Now, when the same man is dating a phlegmatic woman, that phlegmatic woman will have a problem. Why? Because the phlegmatic woman is a receiver. Again, and we'll be expecting you, the man, to provide.
Okay.
I following I get it. So, but naturally, most women want that quality time. Most, not all, most, because our nature have made that most women should be in the category of phlegmatic and melancholic, compared to choleric and sanguine.
Okay.
I got it. So if you are putting the women into groups, you might by nature want to put the women in the area of phlegmatic and melancholy compared to choleric and sanguine.
Yeah.
Because of the way we have trained our women, the way we have handled our women, you know, I get in it.
Yeah.
So over the years, it's not that the narrative is changing because knowledge is increasing, and then a lot of women are changing their pattern of the way they do things. So in those days, a woman will be taught not to argue with her husband, not to say anything, to be a housewife, so to wait for the man to do something before. I get it. But today the pattern is changing. So it has made most of our women in the area of phlegmatic and melancholy. And for that reason, most women love to want to have that quality time with them. I get it. They want to be seen as you know, be patient with them, compared to the choleric, the aggressive man, and then the party man. So that means that when the man is phlegmatic, because he's patient, most women fall for him. It's when you get married after some years, they realize that, hey, this patient man is patient in everything, including how to make money. So when you force the man, oh, why don't you make money? So be patient, money will come. Be patient, but it never comes because they are not fighting for it. They are not being aggressive for it. Yeah. I get it. But remember, the king of God suffered violence, and by violence you shall take it by force. So we should have some level of aggressiveness before you can get what you are looking for. Okay. I get it.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you so much. Daddy, it's been known that sanguines tend to celebrate love loudly through social media, social energy and generosity. We'd want to find out that how can someone with a quieter temperament guard their heart while still embracing that expressive style from the sanguines?
How can somebody with a
quieter temperament,
phleg and sanguine?
Exactly.
Yes, sometimes they also match, because like I said, it depends on which gender is in which temperament. Okay. Now, that was by nature, because women are receivers. And I told you there are two temperaments that most women will not go for: the sanguine and the phleg. The phleg because they are patient, the sanguine because they are givers. I get it. So, but if it happens that the man is a sanguine, I mean, he'll fall into the arms of many women. I get it, because he'll take you to party, you remember your birthday, Valentine's Day, he'll take you to special place. He's ready to spend, and he'll spend. Like I said, the same way if he marries, he will spend. Not only on you, he spend on everybody. At the close of the day, all the money you have to save to do other things is not there. I get it. Yeah. We are not talking about 100%, we are talking majority. I get it. Okay. So, and if you're a woman, let me ask you a question. If you're a woman and a man spends on you, will you be okay or you will not be okay?
If a man spends on me,
yes.
Hey, Daddy, I'll be okay.
Exactly the point. I get it. So most women are receivers, and because they are receivers, they will jump for it. They can buy you a car, they can give you a house, they give you the best phone. Just imagine. Compared to melancholy and choleric. I get in it. But if it happens that the woman's rather is the sanguine, then there's a problem. I get in it. There's a problem. There'll be a problem.
Then why would that be a problem?
Yeah, because the man will not understand why she should be spending like that.
But wouldn't it be nice? Because that is fine. I have some of my friends mates. I think they've gotten to that stage where they think that now they wouldn't want to spend on their women. They would rather want to receive from women. It's like having been because some says they've seen life and then they are rather always the ones spending on their women. So now they want to be at the receiving end. I don't know if that's how the current generation is.
Yeah, it's true. That's how the current generation is moving.
So the men want to receive.
Yeah. There are many reasons to that. Number one, if you look at the statistics, if you're aware, it's easy for a man to find a woman. But compared to his woman finding a man.
So there are more women than men.
Yeah, we check the statistics are there. The statistics are there. So those who have that knowledge know that, especially if you know what to do, how to appear, I can tell you, he can have almost 3 or 4 women chase after him. And for that reason, they will rather be demanding. Give me this, give me that, I want it. That's why today, you see, a lot of women are now moving to the professional level in terms of education, in terms of the what do you call it? Being a career woman, having something to do, having business and that kind of thing. And they pay for men for that. You know, today, in those days, you remember we used to have women prostitutes. But today we have men prostitutes. That is the name they give to them. So the narrative actually is changing. I get it. And if you go on social media, you see people posting, I need a man in my life. Someone's telling that I have not had a man for almost 30 years. I'm 30, I'm 35, and I need a man. So they're advertising.
Wow.
And it's a fact. And some of them will tell you that I'll take care of you. You don't need to have anything. I have a job, I can take care of you. Plenty.
So if a man is in that situation, so let's say has something, a lady who is a career woman, has the money and all those things, and probably maybe just a phlegmatic man, yes, and the woman is spending. I think in the end, the submission said if it was to turn the other way around, the man would be happy. I want to in that situation if the woman is some the woman is spending buying cars or what's not for the woman. I think and the man they say we know that men are supposed to be the head in the family, they are supposed to step in. But here like the case, there's the woman that is doing all these things. What should the man do?
Okay, when we're looking at the spending, let's put the spending in quotes.
Yeah.
What does it spend on? There are some of the spending they are good. Okay. They might not have that problem. But there's something, the question you asked, there's something we call intrapersonal conflict. Intrapersonal conflict. The intrapersonal conflict comes when, because the woman is naturally a receiver, the woman then, though is giving, but want to receive. Because the woman naturally is supposed to be a follower, the woman is actually leading. And because she's leading, at a certain time, she wants to become the woman that she feels like being a woman. Then that's where we start having problems. And the man to also go to the same crisis. Because he thinks that he's the man, he might be the one to lead. So now, because he's not leading, he will actually question some of the things that the woman is doing without consulting him. That's where some of the crises actually arise. I get it. Unless you come to the place to understand that yes, I am the man, but I'm a phlegmatic, and my wife might take the lead to support all of us. That's why you can have peace. Yes, there are certain examples that there's a marriage that I know. The woman gets up early dawn. That's what the work. The man will actually get up, take care of the children, bathe them, wash their clothes, take them to school, and do everything the woman would have done. Because they understand themselves and they understand their language. It makes it easier. The woman bought the car, the woman is not even driving, the husband is the one driving. I get it. But the car was bought by the wife. I get it. So there are families who have come to that level of understanding and it's working for them. But those who have not come to that understanding, even though he's not working, he still want you to do the cooking, do the washing, and because you tell you are the woman. But yet, he, the man, is also not providing. I get it. So then, that interpersonal conflict begin to operate, and there will be a challenge in the marriage. So it will also depend on what the woman is spending on. If the woman is spending on the right things, we will not have that big crisis. But the crisis we have is that did she get the approval of the man? That's where the question will come from, and that's where the challenge will come from.
Okay, so I think we put that phlegmatics and sanguines. Let's go to melancholics. So those with melancholic personalities, they often feel things deeply and they express their love carefully. How can preparing the heart help them both and their partners avoid misunderstanding, silence as distance? Because melancholic people are more quiet and more calm.
They have some attribute of the phlegmatic, though, but only they do better than the phlegmatic. I call them the deep thinkers, and they organize things well. The only problem is that though they do not have the aggressive to take the initiative, but they are careful planners, and then they calculate risk, and because they are deep thinkers, they are also careful of the decisions they make. They are extremely careful. Okay, but over carefulness that not also is not the best.
Okay.
Because life is full of risk. I get it. And sometimes when other people can be extremely careful and still they might pick the wrong things. I've seen that many times. People are extremely careful. They end up picking the wrong things. I get it. So the melancholy personality depends on the gender the person is, will determine the response. I get it. But that's why I said that when you do the parents, the truth of the matter is that the melancholy is always good to marry sanguine, because they will be able to put the sanguine, they will tame them, okay, not overspend, so they are careful planners. Whilst the choleric actually will go to marry the phlegmatic, because they are too aggressive, but so they need somebody to pull along.
Okay.
I get it. So they are to pick the phlegmatic, So because if melancholy marry melancholy, they all be careful. Nothing will be done. Everybody is trying to be careful.
Okay.
When you pick the choleric and choleric, everybody will be too aggressive. And when you pick two sanguines, they will all use their money for party. I get it. So these parents are very, very key. I understand. So these are some of the things you should understand. Okay. There's a saying, and that if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go with people.
Yeah.
So that's what patience is so matters.
Okay. So, as a melancholic woman, how do I relate to a partner who is not melancholic so that they will not misunderstand when during my calm moment or when I'm silent that it means I won't speak? That doesn't necessarily mean that I don't speak.
how do I deal with them or communicate to them so they don't misunderstand me when I get into those my calm and quiet phases?
Now, naturally, someone will attract the melancholy naturally, and naturally the melancholy will attract the sanguine. But for one way or another, you know that you are calm, so you need somebody who will be a little bit out. I get it. It is when you get in there, you realize that hey, you have attracted, but it is when the attraction is not over. You have not settled down. That's when you begin to have a problem with the person's attitude. Both of you have problem. That's why you need to understand yourselves and well. That's why in relationship it is very important, and I say very important to understand yourself well. That's why a lot of people do not get it, and that's why counselor must come in. I'm not talking about advisors. I'm talking about counselors who are professionals to come and tell them, hey, your temperament, these are the challenges you're going to have, these are the benefits you're going to have. Then you know what you should do at what time. I get it. Then you also know the pro and cons, the positive and the negatives. I get it. So now you begin to now work on them gradually. You improve on the positive and you work on the negatives, so that at least you can meet each other halfway.
Okay. When we got to the cholerics, you did mention that they might not necessarily be buying you gifts and all that, but there are people who are more likely to invest in your future. Okay. Now, how can someone who is emotional, like they want the dates, they want the flowers and all that, how can such a person prepare to receive love from a choleric who they are more practical? I'm investing in your future. I'm not going to be doing any paint and sip, those romantic things. How can such a person prepare themselves to be with a choleric man?
It's difficult. In fact, it's very difficult. That's one of the challenges that's why one of the people that is getting supported in relationship is the choleric. A lot of women don't like the cholerics. Too aggressive. I mean, too determined. They want to. They look like they want to correct you every time. I get it. I get it. So a lot of women do not like such men. The only thing that they also don't understand the benefit that comes with it. I hope you understand. So what we need to understand here is that the choleric man, because naturally, like I said, women are receivers. If you are marrying a choleric man, he might not be in a good position to say, I am buying you a gift. But when you make a request of what you want, and he knows that, how do you call it? He knows that what you are saying is a future investment, he will go in for it. But they also, some of these abusers, in quote, also found themselves in the choleric nature.
Okay.
They're getting me. Now let me break it down. Some of these abusers find themselves in this because they have money, they work hard. They will buy their cars, they will give you the house, anything you need, he will give it to you. So when they start abusing you, you find it difficult now to get out of it. Because you are getting what you want. So now you are looking at the social recognition over emotional damage or challenges you are going through.
Okay.
I get it. What will people say when he takes his car away from me, when he takes his house from me, and that kind of thing? How will people look at me? So now they want to stay in that relationship because of what is getting out of it. I get it. But if you find a man who is not an abuser, the only thing is that you have to understand him and know that you should rather think about your future than think about what to receive that will not go anywhere. So that's why I say that most women will fall for the phlegmatic, okay, or the sanguine, but later they start fighting.
Okay.
I remember one day I was there when a lady came to me and said, Daddy, I want a divorce. I said, why? Because this man to Charlie, if you see the husband, strong, and he preaches everywhere.
Okay.
I get it. Say, I want a divorce. I said, why? He said, my husband, he has no plan for the future.
Ah.
I said, you knew it. He said, he's the best man for you. I said, he's the best man for you. Keep him. That's your husband. he must work. But you see, he saw that energy. He's a sanguine. He saw that energy. Okay, it is combination of the sanguine and then the fleck, that thing. So he saw the energy, he thought that, oh, Charlie, and the flex side. But they are there for you. I told you, this man is there for you. Now they travel outside the country. I get to know. So those things happens. Those things happens. So now that he has come to understand the husband she has, she's now working for both of them. And then, compared to the colored man. The colored man, in the first instance, you'll be aggressive. You even remember your birthday. But which woman does not want their birthday to be? That's why I said that it is about learning and growing together. So you understand the man should help him out. Oh, it's my birthday. What are you planning for me? Then you start thinking.
It takes away the excitement.
Oh, but they can also surprise if they remember. Sometimes one thing about them is that when you just see it, they keep quiet, they will not mind you. But the shock will blow your mind. Or they'll give you a shock.
But it's not end time back. Only consistent. And yesterday you talked about how women may like consistency in things.
Yes. But you see, it depends on how you go about it and how you approach it. It will depend on the response you get. If you go, they be own can be birthday, they be own yes, yeah. I mean, you get the best out of it. But you see, know the man, know the woman, and know what you're giving out. The most important is not about how you go about it. It's the results you want. So if I can remind my husband, and every year buy me a car, hey, is that what I'll go for? Instead of you to think that you should rather remember, and he does it and you don't get anything. No, choose which one will you go for?
The results.
You go for the results. So sometimes the approach is not a problem, but the results is what matters.
Okay.
So just give him enough time of reminder. Oh, my birthday is coming. What's the plan? One of them I know, some of them I know, that they will not even talk about it. They will not mind. That's because they also love surprises, but their surprises are huge.
Okay.
Yeah, when they come, for them when they come with a bro. That's why when they misbehave, leaving them is difficult. When they misbehave, leaving them is difficult because their surprises are not like the chocolate. If you want to buy a chocolate, you won't buy you the signature. You buy your whole factory. Oh yeah, if you want to really get to the chocolate, he won't buy you the signature. He'll go and buy your factory. No, one time you like them, another time you don't like them. You might not like the way they're controlling you, but you love them when you're a woman who understands future.
Okay.
I mean, that's when you love them. That's why those who find themselves in the colors men, coming out of the relationship is very challenging because you get what you want, but you do not like how they behave. Do you understand what I said?
You get what you want.
But you do not really like how they behave.
All right, Daddy, since you're on this one, I would want to find out what are some of the practical ways couple can translate each other's love expression instead of trying to change each other's personalities.
Very, very, very good question. Be patient to learn.
Okay.
And be patient to understand. That's what 1 Corinthians chapter 13 speaks about. He said, have a large, love is large and incredibly patient. So you have to have a large heart, okay, and learn. The problem is about learning, learn. I said the problem is about what? Learning and learn, learn and learn. Learn the person, learn to understand the person, learn to know the person, learn to appreciate the person. Be patient and acceptance. Acceptance. You know, most people want to change, but they don't accept. Oh, you should change. If you are changed, you have changed before you got married. You.
Okay.
Because he's not good, he cannot change. We are not saying that. It's something he made the effort, but it takes a while. You know, by the time of 14 years, about 80% or let's say yes, about 80% of the character is already formed. The only thing the person can do is to do 5% every time and season.
Okay.
I get it, and so it takes a while. So I always tell people that from the beginning of my life, if I married at the age of 31, 32.
Okay.
So, and I got to know my wife, I think at the age of 30, 31, thereabout now. So from day one of my birth to my 30 years, where was my wife? She doesn't know what I went through, my experience of life, my disappointment. So my character was formed before I met her. The same way her character was formed before I also met her. I hope you understand.
Yes, sir.
So because the character is formed, I may have to understand the character. So we try to change the character.
Okay. Okay.
Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
This is a mass. If you don't get the principle right, you don't get the good answer.
Okay.
So you have to understand the principle, get to know the person, and then get to know how you can give. How you appreciate the person, how you go with the person.
Okay.
So it's all about patience.
Okay.
Then you can go together. Mhm.
Okay. So it looks like then you, the partner, you should be patient with your partner and learn about them, and the other person should also be patient and learn about the other person. There was something like you said some time ago that has stood with me for so long, and you mentioned that people tend to love their partners based on their own love language and not their partner's love language, and that's what brings about the issue.
Yeah.
So it looks like right from day one, we should be very conscious to get to know who we are with and try to make some changes on our own. We don't have to be told to do that, and that has stood with me for so long. Thank you so much, Daddy. Do you have any last words for us?
Love, a relationship and marriage is also all about patience. Patience. Number two, it's about understanding your partner. Number three, not to change someone, but change yourself. Okay. So, patience is key in this all matter.
Patience.
And in patience, you find love.
Okay.
I get it. In the patience, you find what? Love. That's why when the definition of love, the first thing that comes for if love is patient, love is being there with the person.
Okay.
So, as long as you are able to understand the person, it's a sign of love. Not only gift, but you're patient. Are you getting it? So, and I did mention that. Do not try to change the person, but learn to change yourself. Number two, adopt the person. Number three, adopt the person. Adopt the person, because you cannot change the person. Accept the person who he is or who she is. If you're able to do that, you can go far in your relationship and your marriage.
Wow. Thank you so much, Daddy. It's been an incredibly informative session. We are so grateful that you make time to speak to us and to answer our questions. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you too, and appreciate. And I pray whoever is watching, please you should share, like it, and then make sure that you follow us. God bless you, and we'll meet again.
Okay. Bye.